So today we are going to see about braking of DC shunt motor. So this is the nameplate and this is the motor. So when you see the motor, so this is the nameplate details. It is about 220 volt DC, 5 kilowatt, 22.7 amps and the RPM is 1440. So you have to note this and you have to apply the rated voltage. So we will see how to apply the rated voltage and how to start the DC motor. What you are seeing is the terminal board, and when you see the terminal board, so this is your positive terminal and this is your negative terminal, and the magnitude is about 230 volt. So this point LFA corresponds to the starter. It is a 3-point starter, and for this particular experiment we are not using the starter, so we are using rheostat, that is armature rheostat, to give the maximum resistance. So at the time of starting you have to give maximum resistance, so this point you have to note it down. And when you see the terminals, so this Z represents the field terminal, starting of your field terminal. ZZ represents the finishing end of your field terminal, where A represents the armature winding, so A denotes the starting end of your armature terminal, AA represents the finishing end of your armature terminal. So these are your motor terminals. So Z represents the field winding, A represents the armature winding. So this is the circuit diagram of plugging. So what is plugging is, so you will reverse the supply to suddenly stop the motor when you remove the power supply. So this is the circuit diagram. So this is your 230 volt DC, and this is your DPST switch, that is double pole single throw switch, and this is your armature rheostat, and this is your field rheostat. So when you see, what you have to note down is, at the time of starting your armature rheostat should be at maximum position, so that is denoted over here by this slider arrow mark. And when you see to the field rheostat should be at minimum position, so that is denoted over here. So you have to note this. So this is the precaution at the time of starting. So when you see here, this is your double pole DPDT, double pole double throw switch. Okay, so this is your double pole double throw switch, and this experiment is about plugging actually. So we know that what is plugging. So it is about reversing of the power supply, that is by creating reverse star we are going to suddenly stop the motor. So this circuit belongs to that. So now we will see how to connect the forward motoring. So first we will see about motoring. Now we'll start the motor. So this is your DPST switch, double pole single throw. Now you see to the terminal board, yes, it receives the power supply. So this is indicated by a lamp actually. Now I am going to close the double pole double throw switch in motor side. Okay, so now you can see the motor is in rest position and the speed is 0. Okay, now see here, now I am going to close the double pole double throw switch, and you can see the motor starts to rotate. Now I have to cut down the armature rheostat. I have to bring it to minimum resistance position. So while I am doing this, the speed will increase. Now see here, the armature rheostat is cut to 0 resistance position. Now I am adjusting the field rheostat to bring it to rated speed, and we know the rated speed is 1440 RPM. Okay, we brought to rated speed. Now what we have to do is, we want to do plugging. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to reverse the power supply by using the DPDT switch. Now I have reversed. Now I have to note down the current. and it brought to 0 speed. At 0 speed you have to open the DP/DT switch, otherwise the motor will start to rotate in reverse direction. So for this particular current it took around 6.6 seconds to stop. Okay, so that is, it took 6.6 seconds to stop to reach the 0 RPM. What you are seeing is about the plugging characteristics. So this first column represents the speed, and the second column represents the free running time, and the third one represents the braking current to be 2.4 amps, and the fourth represents for braking current 2.7 amps. So what is this free running time is? So at 1200 RPM, when you remove the power supply, it took 8.44 seconds to stop. So when you give this for this particular current, so when you reverse the power supply, so it take only 3.77 seconds to stop for this particular current. For the same value, for this particular current at 2.7 amps, it took this much time, that is 3.19 seconds to stop. So similarly we will take for several readings for various currents, and so this is the decaying characteristics actually. So for this it took 13.7, so for this it took 3.7. so that's it. What you are seeing is about the plugging characteristics. So this first column represents the speed, and the second column represents the free running time, and the third one represents the braking current to be 2.4 amps, and the fourth represents for braking current 2.7 amps. So what is this free running time is? So at 1200 RPM, when you remove the power supply, it took 8.44 seconds to stop. So when you give this for this particular current, so when you reverse the power supply, so it take only 3.77 seconds to stop for this particular current. For the same value, for this particular current at 2.7 amps, it took this much time, that is 3.19 seconds to stop. So now what you are seeing is about dynamic braking. Now we have brought to rated speed 1440 RPM, around 1440, and the time is 0. So this is your motor running at rated speed. So this is your rheostat position. Now I have kept as 75% resistance position. So these are your braking rheostat. So the experiment is about dynamic braking. Now you can see the switch is at motoring mode, and see to the current. So you have to note down the current actually. Yes, we are going for dynamic braking now. So this is your braking current, around 1.5 amps. Yes, so it took 7.3 seconds to stop for this particular current. Dynamic braking, this is for second set of readings. Now I have changed the rheostat. Around 30% resistance I have given. Now we will see the stopping speed of our motor. Now we can see the resetted time, and we can see to the current. So when you see to the current, it reaches around 6 amps. Tabular column is about dynamic braking. So first you have to bring the motor to rated speed. So when you see to the reading, so this third column represents the current actually. It is about 1.3 amps, and for this it is about 1.5 amps. So now when you see to the reading for 1200 RPM, so the free time, that is the time taken to settle down freely, so without applying anything, that is about 8.3 seconds. So when you see to this, so at 4.9 seconds, so for this current 1.5 ampere, so it stops at 4.97 seconds, and for this current for 1.3 amps it stops at 6.89 seconds. So it takes more time to settle down. So this you have to note it down. So it is about I square R loss. Since the current is very less, and you know the relation between current and resistance, it is inversely proportional. So when the current is less, it takes more time to stop, and when the current is high, it takes less time to stop. So this you have to note it down.